Do 10 seconds. Do.
For White House Budget Director.
Okay.
Peter Gorsuch is currently director of the Congressional Budget Office. He previously served as an economic advisor during the Clinton administration. This briefing is about 20 minutes.
President Obama was supposed to be in this video, so is that? That's just some random black guy. There you go. It's Sunday, September 7th. Sunday, by the way. I volunteer work on Sunday. September 7th, 10:16 p.m. This is 20 minutes. So I have a documentary called. I have a documentary. Yes, I know. I know. So, Mr. President, don't worry about the economy. Eventually, it will get better. By the end of your presidency, the economy is going to be okay again, and you win the re-election because everybody's happy. But there's not much you can do about how long it's going to take. Over your past, present, and future, I'm going to show you why it takes so long to recover. Yeah, I mean. So I'm wait. What? Oh shit. So this is November, right? Want to know something cool, Mr. President? In December, the United States government is going to have to secretly guarantee approximately $7.77 trillion in loans to the American banks. In a single day, they bear. Well, anyway, you'll find out once you're president, because it's secret, because Bloomberg News, Mike Bloomberg, mayor of New York, I think, he had to sue to get the news that we were in that much trouble. Nobody ever finds out until much later. You have to keep it a secret, because if people ever found out, the U.S. banks have to borrow $7.77 trillion. And it's got to be like a joke or something so 777. You heard me, trillion, and then $7 trillion next month in 2008 December. Something I need to show you. There's a documentary called. It's in the middle of the night, so I have to try to make it a little bit harder. Okay.
Afghanistan.
Originally aired on October 13th, 2009.
President Obama has called it unnecessary war. It is ambitious, but it's also important. But now, as the situation deteriorates, the debate has just begun.
Oh man.
We have to occupy the country and fix the larger problem.
These soldiers do not have special forces equipment.
On the ground.
Anyway.
Can America win?
I don't know.
We can do everything right in Afghanistan and still lose this war.
Yeah.
Tonight on Frontline,
What's the mission today?
correspondent Martin Smith reports from the battlefields of Obama's war.
Okay, this is alright. Graphic language and violence images, so I'm gonna be interrupting your thing with the documentary. This is aired in
We're experts in the application of violence.
yeah.
We are attacking to seize control of the population from the Taliban.
This is interesting because they don't have any. Well, I mean, we don't have that technology yet, but
The world will
smoking's bad for you.
what you do here.
There's a soldier smoking.
40 or 50 years from now, when you're sitting around with your grandchildren, they're going to ask you what you did.
My name is Andrew. It is September 7, 2025. The United States of America exits Afghanistan in August 30th, 2021. You know,
The company that goes the furthest south.
and
Your measure is not found in how much time you have on the service, but what you do with the time that you have. That company is going to change history starting early tomorrow morning.
no, it's not. History is pretty sad. So they're fighting somebody. Real fire, real bullet. No.
On July 2nd, 2009, 4,000 Marines landed in the southern Afghanistan province of Helmand.
Oh shit. 4,000 Marines.
Freelance photojournalist Dan Fung Dennis was embedded with Echo Company of the 2nd Battalion, 8th Marines for 3 weeks. He filmed these scenes.
This is the real combat. I mean, this is like that movie. We Are Soldiers. We Are Soldiers with what's his name? Colonel Hal Moore, plays Hal Moore. Braveheart guy. Mel Gibson. There it is. Okay, that one there. Mel Gibson. It's just like Mel Gibson's movie.
There wasn't much cover, and the area was marked with IEDs.
Yeah, no kidding. In the future, we have much better technology. Like artificial intelligence would be able to use infrared optics and sweep a mine and identify artificial and IED. Don't stand up like that. I mean, seriously. The weapon systems they have are. And the rifles they have and the machine guns they have are outdated. The bullets are still pretty the same. They're still using NATO rounds. No kidding. No friendly fire. I mean,
on the first day, while they were trying to hold their breath,
no.
a Marine was shot in the neck by the Taliban.
Oh no. Is he gonna make it? The blood, it's arterial shit. The color of that blood.
20-year-old Lance Corporal Charles Seth Sharp of Adairsville, Georgia, had just mailed a letter home saying he was going to be fighting a battle that his grandchildren would someday study in school.
Kandahar is a movie, yeah. There's some interesting movies about Afghanistan. Yeah, he doesn't look okay.
Corporal Sharp didn't make it.
Yeah. Because the color of that blood is arterial, so if you shot in the neck with artillery, you're not going to make it. He just wrote a letter back about how he's going to have grandchildren. Not going to have grandchildren. Not as he has sperm donations. Yeah, sorry.
Earlier this year, the president gave a stark assessment of the war.
The situation is increasingly perilous.
Yes, sir.
Next week, in the United States, I have a simple question.
September 7th,
What is
2025.
our purpose in Afghanistan?
I have no idea, Mr.
Why
President.
do our men and women still fight and die?
I don't know.
They deserve a straightforward answer.
I don't know, Mr. President. That's not something Andrew can answer.
3 weeks after the Marines landed in Helmand, we went down to link up with Echo Company.
Oh my God, this guy is everywhere. He did a lot of.
Yesterday, a Humvee scouting this road hit an IED.
Oh man.
2 more Marines were killed. 2 badly wounded.
IED just last week.
Then, word came that another IED had disabled one of our lead vehicles. Our convoy was halted for 12 hours.
It's impressive. I mean, it's just a big pile of regular flat ground, and they planted an ID where they're getting like, how?
Considers southern Afghanistan their home. In 8 years of war, the coalition has never held this territory.
Helmut, yeah.
Commander
Almond
of the
Promise.
International Security Assistance Force is General Stanley McChrystal. He's cleared Helmand 3 times. Never hold it.
Yeah, and once you clear something and don't hold it, you probably didn't really clear it.
You didn't have no shit.
In fact, I would argue
General
that it's worse
McChrystal.
because you create an expectation and then you dash it. And so I think...
If expectations, and people do yoga have this thing about expectations and. Oh, hold on a second.
Echo Company
What's
has
it?
now set up
吓我一大跳。 Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Don't worry about it. 你故意开小火，吓我一大跳。
我怎么知道？我只是觉得你那么久都没有 check。
故意开小火。So I'm cooking pasta. Yeah, cooking pasta.
Took from the Taliban. They've named it Combat Outpost Shark after their fallen brother. The first.
难道我们？Holy cow! You guys actually don't want me. No. Seriously, same team, right? There's a woman being nice to her, right?
Conditions are tough. There are no cots.
No cause, no.
And daytime temperatures can reach 105 degrees.
It's super hot, and
But unlike previous
they do not have any special optics in them.
to stay.
Well, night vision goggles don't actually. It's expensive, right? Where's the A? There it is. She does have optics, right there. She just added some optics on your weapons, I think. So good job.
That's why they cook this spot.
There we go. There we go. Optics on that one. Optics. Hey, what? Well, that's weird. Thank you, Mr. President.
It's right next to the market, like me and Post there.
Thank you, President Obama.
Of being right here.
They have optics on their rifles now. So I don't know what the fuck just happened to the documentary. But seriously, I mean, you don't have if you don't have precise optics on your rifles, you're not hitting jack and shit. I mean, it's a waste of bullets. Even if they're not special forces, you need to give them optics on them. Now they do.
It's a revised military strategy.
And those optics have to be calibrated correctly so you can actually aim it at somebody. So
It's easier said than done.
anyway,
Since the Marines arrived in Mean Post, the people have fled.
Other thing, I don't speak Pashtun, by the way. President, I do not speak their language, and I bet you the Marines don't speak their language either. So it's difficult to do language training for every soldier. It takes time.
They're not coming to your marks. Where are they going?
It takes time to learn language, and if you don't learn the local language, it's difficult to,
Connecting with the people sounded a lot easier.
Yeah, I know. When you have a bunch of guns, you're soldiers, and you don't speak the language, you do not understand the Center for New American.
A few weeks before heading out to Afghanistan, I attended a major security.
It's September 7, 2025. I'm in the future, so.
In this global counterinsurgency campaign invest and endure a long-term commitment to the region, to
Some of the counterinsurgency.
I have a question. The people in the panel, how many of you speak Pashtun? Or the language of the, what language does?
strong outside associated presence.
Andrew Exum, a former army.
My name is Andrew, too.
Influential counterinsurgency.
Dari and Pashto. I mean, that's what they say. The president says Pashtun, Pashto.
And
That's what I thought. The language is called Pashto, not Pashtun. Pashtun is the people. I mean,
General David
Mr. President, you said Pashtun once. I still remember because I remember it was Pashto is the language. Language is Pashto. Pashtun is the people. I mean, that's interesting. Anyway, I got a question. General Pusher is do not give your classified information to your mistress. Long story. General Perez, no classified information to your mistress, please. No, long story.
counterinsurgency.
Gonna have to pardon. Somebody's gonna have to pardon. President Trump pardons something.
Afghanistan for 6 months now.
Pashto and Dari.
Placed back in March by President Obama when he sent the Marines into
Hello.
action.
Follow up on the future. It's September 7, 2025.
This is what they've been asked to do. It's the foot patrols.
Foot patrols.
In the process of spending more time on the ground, getting out of our large vehicles and out from behind our sunglasses and all this gear that we wear, and literally just getting out among the population.
And all the gear. It's not
So they
speaking English and beautiful language, shaking hands, but that's not gonna do anything.
It helped humanize the troops, but it does mean assuming more risk.
It
You're
does.
out on patrol. 1 minute you're walking in a plowed field that's dry, and then you cross the irrigation ditch, and then you go wading.
Yeah,
and then
irrigation
you cross
ditch.
the field that's just been flooded.
You know, President Obama, I will do pretty much all of these announcements from
You also run that risk in the field as well, so you just have to play which one makes sense at the time.
problem is they're farmers. They are all farmers. Where are they gonna sell their stuff? And,
None at all.
The Marines hope to convince villagers to return to the market next to the base.
these are mud bricks with mud making building.
Guys was actually with the mosque, the one who was smiling
Yeah.
that time, but he was saying everything he wouldn't say when he smiled. Sorry, that guy right now. He's building that house.
This house is gonna collapse in the end.
Because the few people that are here are still here, and they're still a little timid.
Afghanistan has earthquakes, and just on August 31st, 2025, there was an earthquake that killed at least 1,400 people in Afghanistan. These houses are not stable enough for earthquakes. Whenever there's an earthquake, everybody dies in Afghanistan.
Who's coming here? You know for sure that whatever you said to this American commander and official will be knowledge to Taliban commanders.
Shut up. What's up?
That's the thing. That's just the way they dress. I mean,
The Americans are coming in. They're going to ask you to work with them. If you work with them, they're going to come back and
yeah.
Tell the gentleman that food or just
That's exactly what the Taliban says, because the Taliban has long memories.
Don't run and don't start stuffing stuff in your pockets. That is suspicious.
Look at suspicious, yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
Americans have brought and ambitions to Helmand once before.
water, the community water.
In the 50s and 60s, Helmand was the site of one of the largest foreign aid projects ever undertaken in the developing world. The same engineers who built the Buddha Dam constructed these canals and installed a major dam upstream to control periodic flooding. The area developed into Afghanistan's breadbasket.
Yeah. Water.
Despite the good intentions, Helmand also became the world's largest heroin poppy supplier.
There we go. There's the poppy right there.
it's the head of the poppy, and they score it. But before they harvest it,
Yeah, it's
there's
heroin.
little score marks in it. And it tosses it out overnight.
Yeah, if you chew on it, it probably feels pretty damn good. I
Come
mean,
back, and I don't know if it's the next day or a couple days later, and the process all dried up, like a sap, and that's when they scrape off, and they use that as the base for their opium production.
milk of the poppy, yeah.
You've got drug dealers, you've got criminals, obviously you've got extremists, all of
There's
whom
poppy
are
crop right on the side.
surviving off this poppy production, and in fact both paying and intimidating the farmers.
Yeah.
Last year, the Taliban derived about $100 million from the opium trade.
Really? I thought the Taliban was supposed to know opium, but yeah.
Opium, marijuana money, also corrupts officials and undermines the people's support for government. But for now, the
Okay.
Marines turn a blind eye. It's a matter of priorities.
That's a problem, yeah, because this
to be something that produces a lot of money. But my mission coming down here was not specifically against drugs. Like I was asked point blank
Yeah.
by some of the locals that are farmers, hey, what are you going to do about my drugs? Because that's the way I make my money. That's the way I make a living. That's the way I feed
Yeah.
my family. What are you going to do about it?
Interesting question, right?
About their business.
How many people live here?
It's such a much. This is probably why we lost Afghanistan, because opium drugs make so much more money than regular crops. You could ooh, careful. Shit.
Skirmishes like this happen almost daily.
You know what's the
Typically, the
problem?
Taliban fire small arms from a distance.
You know the weapon system the Marines have? I don't see a single sniper rifle
They
yet.
are rarely seen.
And if you fire a whole bunch of regular bullets, and you actually eventually get lucky, and you take out an American soldier. But they are so far away. The American weapons, the machine guns, President Obama is the machine guns, the rifles they have, would not be able to accurately target. Yeah, so you just can't see jack and shit, right? I mean, it's just a bunch of things, and then without artificial intelligence, seeing the target, you can't see anything. A sniper, trained sniper, even a trained sniper would take a long time to find the actual target. But if you have artificial intelligence with a camera, and you immediately identify based on sound and camera where the fire comes from. We don't have the technology to win this war in 2009. In 2009. In 2009, you do not have the technology to win this war.
All the shooting makes it harder for the Marines and the people.
Hey, this is Joe from Libs Online. And today we're going to break down our sponsor.
Yep. Yeah, here we go. Transition recorded. Hey, there's Savannah, not Savannah, no, is this Savannah Panther? Yep, it is Savannah. You know how much of a miracle for me to remember your name, Savannah. It is still September 7th, 10:38 p.m. It's been an interesting day for me. There's Paul Volcker. He's Ray Dalio's friend. And, Ray Dalio's, yeah. He's a good. He'll help you do all right. He's prostate cancer, but you have to tell him to take care of his prostate. I tried to warn him, but he's still dead. Paul Volcker, prostate cancer. Anyway.
Trust one another.
Well, I know there's no clowns, but you still need some Marines around here, like
Yeah.
every day, every other day.
And with the
Well,
translator who
that's a
doesn't
problem.
speak
Same thing with Alexis. Alexis is not exactly the brightest cookie in the universe.
the
No.
simplest
No.
communication seems impossible.
No fish.
I've gone weird during the fight.
Yeah. You don't have to be super intelligent to be wise, you know.
Gone where?
Yeah.
You're not telling me where. Where haven't they gone?
Yeah,
They
that's
haven't
good.
built it from here. They haven't gone from where? Gone where?
Yeah.
Where?
Frustration.
That is a problem.
So now it's over there. They just said it was over there.
The Marines are here to try to find out why some locals have moved out of their homes.
Why are people afraid to come back to their house?
Because the Marines are there, and the Taliban's firing at the Marines, so they are in the lines of fire. Yes, exactly. I mean, I just answered the question that the villager just answered because they were afraid, and the Marine was asking the question because
Hey, has anybody shopped at the market lately?
it's not a question you need to ask. Why are they? That is a problem. You're expecting. It's a job done for special forces and really, really intelligent people that you're giving them to regular American soldiers who are not prepared to do this and not trained. I mean, unless they want to send some of the diplomats, the people that are in suits and then having pushy lives. But there was a think tank, right? The think tank.
Counterinsurgency guy.
They understand.
Counterinsurgency indulgence.
Population. They understand that.
No, doing that now. That is the problem.
Marines to rein back.
It's not the Marines' fault. The United States government did not train the United States Marines for diplomacy, right?
All the time is the guy that you are nice to.
Yeah, it has to be somebody of your intelligence level talking to the villagers, and somebody with that intelligence level is would usually be doing something else in their life,
Listen to me for a second. Let's hear it right now.
and that is a problem. President Obama and the talent, because you basically need like Wall Street bankers level intelligence to go into the villagers and
This is how we will succeed.
get them intelligence.
To answer my questions. If not, then I'm going to believe right now
That's the
When
thing.
Taliban does come here, they talk to you talk to them, and you're still on their side. Alright, you need to understand.
That is not the right, correct course of action. I don't think. That is the question. I mean, and I know the answer to that. Why are they not? Because they know the Taliban is going to be here. Andrew the Prophet knows the answer if you're reading your minds. Because the Taliban will be here. Will the Americans be there, right? And they already know. Every single one of these villagers already knows what Andrews already knows. That is a problem. That is how we lost the war.
The next day, the squad pushes out to find Taliban.
Yeah, I think I know why. I know why we lost the war now. Just from this documentary. Because these are soldiers. These are not diplomats, and you basically want to win hearts and minds. You need to send a diplomat. And do you want to try to change the timeline, President Obama? Embed train state and diplomats to embed with every single American unit, and then learn the language and try to. Well, they're getting shot at again.
We got contact already. Need to move now. Move now.
Well,
Yeah, say
before
no.
we expected, the Taliban opened fire.
It did, The Taliban are firing with automatic weapons, and you don't actually need to be. You don't have to be accurate. You just have to get lucky. Yeah. Now here's the problem. There we go. Sniper rifle. Finally. Sniper rifle. Marine snipers. There we go.
We need to push forward, up and over a small rise, down into an area with better protection.
Yeah, you do. That's a problem. There are two things. Fire suppression so that they don't advance and overrun you. Fire suppression and accurate targeting of the enemy. So when you fire automatic weapons at the enemy, you're only hoping to get lucky. The moment you fire weapons, the other side does what we do, right? We get behind cover and hide. And as soon as the bullets start flying close to you, you can hear the bullets coming, you dodge. And you never hit the enemy. That's the point. Problem. The weapon systems that the Marines have are not the right weapon systems. It takes a long ass time to train a sniper. It takes a long ass time to train a sniper. So there we go. I know, right? Yeah, that's how we do it. This is literally what's happening in Ukraine too. Small units engaging small at a time. This happens. I mean, this is how warfare is. I mean, asymmetric warfare is how this works. So, well, patience. The word train sharpshooters is patience. There are the tree line. That is, yeah. You can get overwhelming power, but at the time they get there, the Taliban have escaped and then merged into somewhere. I mean,
Taliban remain in place nearby.
you know, that's how we have. That's how it happened. At least I saw at least one Marine sniper there. There's only one Marine sniper. And they were using a sniper rifle that is so outdated. I can't even explain how outdated that is. Old action, but we have better assault rifles, so and we have better sniper rifles.
There is a view that
When,
the governance, rather the lack of governance, is every bit the threat.
When did Cheyenne Tactical start?
And you've got to essentially address that just as effectively as we do the security.
2007. This is a company just started last year, right?
They need some help.
Cheyenne Tactical 408, Cheyenne Tactical
Governance is by far the most important.
408, Cheytec 10.36
President Obama
times.
has beefed up Kabul's diplomatic staff
Yeah.
and appointed a special representative.
Produced 2-on-1. They were on 2-on-1. They have the variants.
Mission here in Afghanistan, Ambassador Richard Holbrook.
Holbrook is regarded as a fine foreign policy superstar. He is here to address
Several high quality units were designed for Cheyenne Tactical captain became available to us. These semiconductor
We inherited a very difficult situation in Afghanistan.
They started using, in the year 2007, they started designing Cheyenne Tactical sniper rifle they used 408.
And we set
It's
out to try
Giant
to
Tacticals
protect
did a
all
bunch of
these
science and they
people
figured out the
from
ideal
our
sniper
jobs.
round.
It's what we're doing
Giant
with
Tactical, I
nations.
mean, it's
It's nation
match
building.
between
There
range
isn't
and
a
accuracy
until
for a
we
human
get
sniper
closer
round designed for to
to
kill humans. And,
1978.
it doesn't get any
It was
better
a
than that.
poor but
Like they literally did a whole
proud
bunch of science and
This is not nation building.
yeah, this is problematic.
But whatever you call it, the project is in trouble. The
Yeah.
government of President Hamid Karzai, in office for almost 8 years, has never been
Problem.
willing or able to take on entrenched corruption.
That is the problem.
President
Never been willing or able to
embrace
treat the
idea
corruption.
of a more accountable and just government.
Never
Instead,
did.
what he has done is in fact rehabilitated some of the worst actors that have given the worst reputation to the Afghan government.
Just consider
Well, they're rich, right? They go free hookers for everybody. American funded hookers for everybody. Free hookers for everybody. You're all going to hell, by the way. Andrew the Prophet's gonna fucking send you all to hell. Not you, Mr. President. The government of Afghanistan. They are all going to hell. So I'm gonna send them all to hell.
corruption is the rule, not the
Corruption is unacceptable for Andrew. I mean,
It's an enormous
it is
problem.
also corruption is unacceptable to Islam. So all these motherfuckers are going to hell. I think maybe 100 years should be okay, because in 100 years, it's not too much. President Obama, I'm gonna send the entire Afghan government to 100 years in hell. No questions asked, and then just let them burn. Anyway, I'm thinking Pilates all day. In hell, what I'm gonna make them do is do about, I think, 18 hours of Pilates, and then I mean, get them some rest, because part of torture is hope, right? The effective torture is hope, and what hell is going to be 24 hours, 18 hours of Pilates straight, and then take what 6 hours of rest, sleep, and eating stuff, and for the 100 years. Pilates for 100 years. That's what I'm going to do for hell. So
This is tough stuff.
anyway, too late for
I
the
feel that at least we are focused on the issues.
for losing the war.
But
and
across the country,
corruption.
corruption has consequences.
Yes, there is.
If the government's not providing electricity, if the government's not providing
Or just-
justice, if there is
That's
no
the problem.
investment
Yeah,
in
I've already told you.
infrastructure,
I think
if the
yeah, in
population
your
is fed up
in
with
your
politics ready,
rally when I was doing when you were running for president, I told you what we had to do. By the way, I didn't win the lottery. What we should have done, right? We should have had a American military dictatorship, and then that was just. Instead of the corrupt Afghanistan government, it gives these people, the Taliban, like an excuse to fight us.
The
And then,
Taliban offers their own shadow government with their own administrators and courts.
yeah, the weapon system they have, and then looking at the weapon system, they have no optics at all. Afghan level AK-47 variants, Anytime an American soldier dies, it's just bad luck. They are aiming wirelessly at our soldiers, and
The U.S. and Afghans really have developed nothing.
John McCain is going to get breaks. Not breaks. Not breastmen. John McCain is going to get breaks.
Even issued a 30-page booklet on how to engage the
Paul
population.
Volcker, take care of your prostate. Drink more coffee. I was told 6 cups of coffee a day will prevent prostate cancer. Paul Volcker, it's a lot of coffee, I know, but it'll help with the prostate. I drink coffee because I don't want my prostate to fall out of my body, but prostate cancer is not fun. Still no cure, by the way.
Is he just? Is he doing a good job? To ask questions like this, you know it is direct.
Advisor to Andrew exit United to General McChrystal, and this is what's happening. I told Secretary Clinton that I would let you watch this
Taliban's gains in the province.
documentary.
The coalition has made fighting local Afghan corruption a military priority.
Yeah, but it never works. All the way up to 2021, it does not work for all the way up to 2021. They stay corrupt all the way to the
It's a
end.
military necessity. You can't hold the ground and build if you haven't at a local level dealt with this.
Yeah, that's the problem.
On this day, the military was taking several high-ranking ministers from President Karzai's administration to Kunduz province in northeastern Afghanistan, part of an ambitious project to stand up local governments.
Yeah, I mean these motherfuckers have no intention
The
of
U.S. has spent a lot of time trying to build a strong central government in Afghanistan. That is completely ahistorical in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Where the U.S. has not adopted a systematic strategy is dealing with local tribal institutions where a lot of power resides. If all politics is local. Well, that is truly the case in
You look at Afghanistan. Look at it's a green in one
So
side.
instead of bringing the provinces to Kabul, the
Water.
military is bringing Kabul to the provinces.
Yeah, that did not work. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work.
This is about connecting the government to the people. And that's what they're going to see today.
Yeah, I mean, you think they're gonna stay?
Of customs, you've got Ministry of Agriculture, you've got all the key stakeholders. It's very important that the provincial leadership and the locals here.
Well, I'm guessing President Obama, you heard me with the documentary, and then you didn't. It's not gonna work. The water is nice.
Survived for many decades smuggling timber and gems into Pakistan from the nearby mountains.
Wow, gems
They are
and
deeply
timber.
distrustful of Kabul. Many tribesmen share their profits with criminal gangs, the Taliban, even Al Qaeda.
Yeah,
The military is trying to
money. They have gems in Afghanistan. By the way, Afghanistan has one of the largest lithium deposits in the world,
a small tea farm.
and
The best media for tea.
The
yeah.
idea is to get locals excited about alternative timber smuggling.
What's with timber smuggling? I mean, why would you have to smuggle it? Why does you trout farm? No, anyway.
Finally, an afternoon of speeches.
Yeah, these are corrupt motherfuckers, corrupt motherfuckers, and
Who knows, tribal elders listen.
we never actually got exploratory mining going on in Afghanistan. There is entirely possible that Afghanistan is one of the richest countries in the world, but we never actually found out. I know that Afghanistan has one of the largest lithium deposits on Earth. Lithium. And in the future, Andrew helps America find one of the largest lithium deposits in America. America has lithium deposits. But cobalt, other rare earth minerals, we never actually got, even in America, by the way, President Obama. You know how we have a helium shortage in America in your time? We do not have a helium shortage because Andrew either made. So let's work.
It's through large-scale nation-building
Pretty lady, but anyway. You know how America needs helium? I helped America find the largest helium deposit ever. Well, not ever, but in America. We have a really big helium deposit in America.
What
And
the end state you're aiming for is, then counterinsurgency is
the end state is, I'm sorry, is August 30, 2021. America officially loses the war, and it's the end game is failure. Unfortunately, the end game for America is we lose this war, and that's the problem. Right? Once you know you're going to lose the war, what are you going to do to actually change the timeline? How? Right?
I guess the piece that bothers me is that as a people, having accepted the proposition of an end of war,
Yeah.
I mean the so-called long war.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
Has become the longest war in history.
It will become the longest war in American history. It's the longest war in American history.
How does this
So,
end and how long is it?
it was I know the answer ends with America losing the war. I mean, I know it loses because I live in the timeline in the future where we lose the war. But I'm sorry, man. That's the problem, right? How would you have done differently? It's like, how do you convince Alexis not to date the devil? So, once again, I mean, how do you convince Alexis not to date the devil? How? She already did. So, hey, more next one. Rest of the documentary. I'm gonna do fine with the economy part though. I mean, the economy is eventually gonna be okay, so not that big deal. Trust me. Eventually, it's gonna be okay. I promise you. Eventually, the economy is gonna be absolutely fine. Eventually, it's gonna take a while. Oh, fucking goddamn. Well, that's just fucked up. Shit. Whoopsie daisy. I go check, come on, check. Yeah. It's still September 7th, 11:03 p.m. now. Yeah. Anyway, it's just you and the documentary. No President Trump, Because this is your problem. It's just your problem. I have to get some pasta. Sorry.
Afghanistan is an incredibly difficult situation.
Not very
You
flavorful.
take a deep breath when you look to the east, where the Taliban has its sanctuary and where Al Qaeda is headquartered.
Really?
Pakistan.
Oh man. Shit. I did mention that's classified.
To the lawless
Sorry,
tribal
yeah.
border in Afghanistan.
Let me pause this. I'm telling you.
Runs high here.
This guy in the documentary knows Osama bin Laden's in Pakistan. Afghanistan. Anyway, hopefully Pause can make sure that it's classified. I already told you how to kill him. Technically, I tell you in your future how to kill Osama bin Laden, President Obama. So in my past, I already told you, so it already happened for you in your future. In my past, and anyway, I don't know when I told you though. I mean, that. So I told President Bush about it. He must have briefed you already, right? State of the Union, and you were in the room probably, right? State of the Union. Pakistan.
The ruthless leader of the Pakistani Taliban, Ayatollah Masood, had just been killed by an American drone.
Really? He also says Prophet Andrew does not approve of you all. The Prophet Andrew of the new prophet of the law does not approve of your stupid bullshit. That's what I mean.
He was compelled to condemn Masood.
All this is because of Alexis and
You're saying that this would not approve or
yeah, these Reaper drones are kind of ghetto. We have better Reaper drones.
no drones?
Used to support and protest the attack that killed
Fuck.
Masood.
The government and
Sorry.
stance is very clear on this.
Mr. President, I just leaked
It does more
I think some of the information is Pakistan, so we gotta be careful with
it
it.
is seen
Shit.
by the people as a breach of sovereignty.
Sovereignty.
The U.S. partnership with the Pakistanis is troubled, but
Okay.
Americans are tied.
We are not in Pakistan in the way that we're in Afghanistan. We don't have an international security assistance force operating in Pakistan. We don't have an American general and an American army
Interesting.
operating in Pakistan. We're basically working with a partner
Well,
in Pakistan
Yeah.
who doesn't want us to do it.
Pakistan has its own problems. India is so much larger, and
Faced a serious Taliban problem of their own.
yeah.
Hundreds of soldiers and civilians have been killed in scores of Taliban bombings and assassinations. But when the Taliban took over the Swat Valley, just a few hours' drive from the capital, the Americans leaned on the government.
There was an extraordinary effort made. Everyone from the president through the Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, Ambassador Holbrooke, all
Is this in the past or in your future? I don't know.
could not yield to the Taliban. They had to fight for control.
Sounds like President Bush did. This happened. I don't know. I don't know that much about history.
The
President.
Pakistanis responded with what one officer described to me as an iron fist.
They used a tank.
The
Artillery.
U.S. military was encouraged.
I think they've got a serious insurgency inside Pakistan. They've taken very energetic and aggressive action.
I hope this tomato sauce is okay, but it's been in my fridge for a long time.
Found the resolve internally.
I'm hungry and poor. Hungry and poor.
But it's not clear if the Pakistanis can or will carry the fight forward.
I have no idea. Yeah, this is a documentary from in 2009, in October 2009.
After
So
some of the insurgent groups that are bent on destabilizing Pakistan. But they do not.
this documentary was aired in October 2009, so it's way too. It's too it's too little time in your future, President Obama, for that to be useful. But
Both with ties to Al Qaeda. They are led by Jalaluddin Haqqani and his son Siraj in North Waziristan. and Mullah Omar in Quetta.
I don't even know who these people are.
Both groups have received substantial financial and logistical support from the Pakistani intelligence service, the ISI, which has historically seen the Taliban as an asset.
Really?
For protecting Pakistani interests inside Afghanistan.
Oh. Huh.
There are elements within Pakistani national security establishment that have traditionally regarded
The gems, maybe? I was told there's some gems in Afghanistan. I told you, right? Afghanistan actually has one of the largest lithium deposits in the world. I mean, if you can mine it, I mean, battery, you know, but I mean, nobody ever mined it. It's just still in the ground, probably forever.
Have you gone to the ISI and asked for meetings with Mullah Omar?
Did anyone ever try looking for oil in Afghanistan? I mean, I was thinking, if nobody looks for it, I wouldn't be able to find the oil to tell you. I mean, just
causing a lot of trouble for this country.
I got some water back in the car. Well, this document only has about 20 minutes for you, so this might actually be the next. Yeah, there we go.
With those that they have considered over time as their assets.
Yeah, Pakistan is that. Yeah, we got a problem. So, President Obama, losing this Afghanistan war is absolutely not your fault. I mean, I'm looking at this thing and it doesn't look like it's winnable. This is why Russia will lose the war in Ukraine most likely, because their support base is outside the country. You can't touch the support base because the Taliban apparently has some help from the Pakistani possibly, which means I mean, I started trying to hit them. So they're denying it, right? So if the Taliban is inside Pakistan and you actually can't hit the Taliban, your base of support is outside the country you're fighting the war in, you'll never be able to win it. The same thing with Russia and Ukraine, because NATO is supporting Ukraine, and Russia can't attack NATO. So Ukraine has an unlimited supply of weapons from.
And you know where Mullah Omar is, and that you could, if you chose to, go after them.
I do not. Oh shit! Whoopsie. This is it's just a smoke with the Pakistan. You both heard it.
It's not the case.
I mean, I thought it, so I didn't say it. But if I thought it, you almost got a problem.
Generals in the eastern part of Afghanistan.
Oopsie daisy.
Amrullah Saleh, the head of intelligence.
This is
General Flynn, who's head of the army.
I refute that. No one has shown any intelligence to the Pakistan.
Last year, Admiral Mullen and a senior CIA official traveled to Islamabad with evidence the ISI was continuing to support the Taliban. In this case, intercepted communications between ISI officers and militants.
We laid out some very specific areas that we thought
you talked to the president,
to both the military, the intelligence, and the political leadership. A series of meetings.
You laid out the ISI's.
Oh, I'm going to pause and tell the president.
Intelligence that
to the magnitude of another $120 billion. So we're looking at about $180 billion anticipated problem over a 2 fiscal year period. As you know, states don't have the option of running budget deficits, and in most cases, amongst the only exception, no legal requirement, but we're fiscally responsible anyway. So we don't have the flexibility to run deficits.
that's President Biden's hands. I'm going to assume President Biden came in. President Biden, the Pakistan's intelligence service is supporting the Taliban inside Pakistan. That's not. That's not just Andrew. Vice President for now. President Biden. Anyway, President Biden. The Taliban's intelligence service is supporting the Pakistan's intelligence service is supporting the Taliban inside Pakistan, and we have intercepted intelligence, electronic intelligence to confirm it. So that's one way why we lost the war in Pakistan. Anyway, because we can't really bomb the shit out of Pakistan, we can't bomb inside Pakistan, and then if your support is outside the country, you'll never be able to get rid of it in an unwinnable war. So now you know why. Anyway, this is
We spoke
this is
clearly
General somebody. Oh shit, my
a relationship with various military groups that they've had for some time.
I'm sorry, Crystal. I forgot that guy's name. Too long time ago.
The Defense Intelligence Agency, the CIA, U.S. military.
You know, this Pakistani guy is way too smug when he's in documentary being viewed by the time machine. The Prophet Andrew, the telekinetic. The man that can actually hit your motherfucking ass with an asteroid. Theoretically. I haven't been able to aim it, by the way. President Obama and President Biden. I can control an asteroid generally. I have never been able to hit anything accurately with an asteroid. That's not really small, and I can't. It's really small. It's random people I don't know. And I mean, you know how many people get hit by asteroids in American world history? Like one person. And as soon as I figured I can hit people with asteroids, like 3 people got hit by an asteroid. It's like literally getting hit by, like a human being getting hit by. They didn't die, by the way, and released tiny asteroid. 3 people got hit by an asteroid. At least 3. Most of them after they've fallen off the roof. So I did not directly hit somebody with an asteroid because that would be fatal. I hit the roof and then it hit the person after. I did not kill anybody with an asteroid on purpose. I didn't know any of them. So I can't aim it. I mean, if I can't aim it, then how useful is this power, right? Yeah. It's like guidance on a missile, right? If you can't hit accurately. Anyway.
Getting results from the Pakistanis is the responsibility of the U.S. Special Representative Richard Holbrooke.
Well, anyway,
Is Pakistan on board with going after Haqqani?
Yes.
Anyway, the Haqqani network. I remember this Haqqani network. Anyway, we'll see.
You know that they're going after those who are threatening their state.
Oh, even to this day, we still don't know. The Pakistan knew that Osama bin Laden was right inside there.
The Haqqani network or Mullah Omar, the Qadisha.
That information is not publicly available. I do not know if Pakistan knew where Osama bin Laden was. I didn't tell you. Well, Andrew knows where Osama bin Laden is, so I'll tell you.
Privately, several administration officials told Frontline they worried about the duplicity of Pakistani officials and how to develop a clear policy.
If you tell them privately, you're not supposed to tell them publicly.
I think the outlines of the new administration's Pakistan policy are a lot higher to discern.
Yeah.
The Afghan policy hasn't been.
That's the problem, President Biden and President Obama.
I'm confident that we're going to start to see
The Pakistan policy is the problem. I think that's why we lost the Afghanistan war. We may never be able to win it. Because you can never go to war with Pakistan.
It could not be a more complicated war.
No shit.
If you think about it, the United States is essentially waging a war against its own ally.
Exactly.
The Taliban are a proxy of the government of Pakistan. We are an ally of the government of Pakistan. We are fighting the Taliban. In the end, the Taliban will be defeated strategically when the government of Pakistan makes a strategic decision that its future does not lie in partnership with Islamic extremists.
Oh
The
man.
United States continues to pour money into Pakistan.
Yeah.
$2 to $3 billion in military assistance and $7.5 billion in civilian aid over the next 5 years. Does it give you pause to hand them billions of dollars?
I absolutely have
It's kind of slimy, this noodle.
But I don't have a better alternative.
Well, hopefully you still hear me when you're on the camera. I was told by the Supreme Court they can hear me even when I don't see them. The Supreme Court of the United States of America told me that they can actually hear me when I don't see them, which is it surprised the shit out of me. Like my presence is not in the whole room apparently. My understanding is everybody in this whole room can actually hear me, even when I don't see them. Anyway.
The Obama administration had high hopes that whoever the winner, the election would validate the Afghan government. Dr. Abdullah, President Karzai's main challenger, ran on an anti-corruption platform.
Yeah. That's the problem, you know, we're still doing elections in Afghanistan.
Election results were tainted by clear evidence of fraud.
Yep, there we go.
It was a disaster for the American project.
The United States is investing blood and treasure to support the
Fraud.
government of Afghanistan. And if that government engaged in fraud in order to perpetuate itself in power, causing to question the very basis of these American investments and sacrifices, I think it's appalling.
Yeah, that's what happened.
The UN has overseen a recount. At a
And
time when Afghanistan most needs a government, the nation is paralyzed.
We have to have an Afghan government that is functioning in Kabul.
they had to do a recount by the UN because the government tried to stuff the ballots. Welcome to Captain Russia. Vladimir Putin's hand is everywhere in the world, you know.
So what does America do now?
I have no idea.
Are more troops the answer? Or should the focus shift eastward to the tribal areas of Pakistan?
You know, artificial intelligence is going to change everything because
Jihad Central. That
because you can fly a camera with artificial intelligence, and the artificial intelligence will be able to mark every single target in the field of vision for the AI. And
Islamic radicalism
man,
goes away.
you know, if we had this technology maybe 15, 20, I mean your time, right?
Al Qaeda not.
If we had the technology and to fight the war, we would have
And you
probably
don't
won
have
it.
to occupy the country.
With artificial intelligence, we could have won this war. AI.
Proponents of a
Artificial
counterinsurgency
intelligence.
war, on the other hand, argue for a
I
much
will
larger deployment.
wait for Skynet, right?
My classic
Da, da, da.
success in Afghanistan
Da,
requires
da,
600,000
da.
veterans.
We're still humming the Terminator theme. Da, da, da.
You said
Da, da, da.
more American troops on the ground?
Initially, there need to be more American troops on the ground.
Anyway.
The long-term answer and our exit strategy is more Afghan troops on the ground.
Anyway, I do not know how to do this. I mean,
General McChrystal submitted a grim assessment.
I have no idea. President Biden and President
Is in danger
Obama.
of losing the war if
We-
more troops are not sent.
Well, we did lose the war, even
He
if we send.
requested as many as 40,000.
They ran someone in between you and me.
President Obama put the troop request on hold. His administration is split over the way forward.
Yeah.
Just about 3 minutes ago, I heard a boat taking off, somewhere across the river.
Motorola.
McChrystal says he welcomes the debate.
Any war or conflict you're in where you are likely to lose more Americans is something worthy of very detailed debate. I know before
About under 500, just under 500, if I remember correctly, for a moment of years in
the
Afghanistan.
leadership, but the American people give it a lot of thought.
Great God in heaven, dear Jesus, we pray for our leadership from every corporal all the way up through the president, that you'll allow them to make wise decisions and have wise discernment on what to do in each turn.
Discernment. That's what discernment is what that Indian dude said. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi said discern. How to discern things. How to see things, you know.
I think it's very, very important to be absolutely certain that no alternative exists.
Well, that's an interesting question.
People who insist that it has to be done through counterinsurgency have not seriously
That's a Chinese.
all the alternatives.
And the president has said correctly in my eyes that this is a necessary war.
What we learned on September 11th was that vipers can grow in non-government spaces, and that the globalized world, they can harm us.
It's interesting that the soldier is looking out as out of the lookout, and he doesn't even have binoculars.
From me, Oshte Home, Echo Company
If you're
reports that
looking
they are
outside.
making some headway. They've taken more ground and are slowly building relationships with the local villagers.
You know, this looks like walking down the street of Los Angeles. Also,
But people
trash.
have not yet returned to the market next door. Attacks come regularly.
Yeah, there's nobody cleaning the ground, and there's all this trash everywhere.
The
And,
Taliban still hold 100 miles of territory between the
trash
border
right there,
with
trash right there. And that's the thing when I go walking down in the streets of Los Angeles, there's all this trash. Nobody picks up the trash. Everywhere. Anywhere. Afghanistan, Los Angeles, nobody picks up the trash. Anyway. The documentary is on, and I think I will. Secretary Clinton has a meeting with Congress, with Secretary Gates in December of 2009. I'm gonna let her see all the as many documentaries of the future of what happens in the Afghanistan War as she can, and so that she knows the future that happened. And it's interesting, right? Because the decisions you make in the past, President Obama, is what creates this future that Andrew's living in. And you already know, I think, I've already told you that the Russians successfully altered history, basically. This timeline is severely altered by the Russians, so you I know, right? And the dangers of altering a timeline the Russians created is just as real as what they did when they altered time. Because they altered time, we have a pandemic in our future that kills 1.2 million Americans. And it is hard to say what America's response should be to losing 1.2 Americans in the ground in the year 2020 on. From 2020 to 2025, basically, we're gonna lose 1.2 million Americans, and 111 million Americans are gonna be infected by the virus. It's a coronavirus. I've already told. I will tell you. Coronavirus is called corona because when you look at it in a microscope, it looks like a crown. The virus looks like a crown, so it's called a coronavirus. Like Corona, the beer, Mexican beer Corona. It's called coronavirus. And the problem was the binding protein is angiotensin converting enzyme 2, which is a very common enzyme in the whole human body. So once it binds to your lungs, that virus can infect all sort of body organs. And I already told you, I think, what I'll tell Secretary Clinton again. But also the other big problem is it has an MHC1 inhibitor inside the virus as a non-structural protein, I think NSP or open reading frame protein. So once it infects a cell, it inhibits a human cell's ability to properly present that cell as a danger, and virus as a danger to the human. And it also has other proteins that messes with interferons inside the human body. It causes a cytokine storm inside. I mean, this is all way beyond your administration, you know. President Trump's going to have to deal with this and at the end of his presidency, and it sort of wrecks his presidency. Yeah, and that's why Joe won the election, probably, because the American people was not happy about the virus, you know. So Joe's gonna win the presidency after Trump, and then President Biden can't handle the virus either. So then President Trump comes back. So especially the illegal immigration problem we have. So. Oh, illegal immigration is a major problem for President Biden and possibly you too. So it wrecks the Democratic Party almost, the illegal immigration problem. Domestically, that's how you lost the American people. Illegal immigration is how you lost the American people, but And so right now you have another problem. We're trying to prevent the failure of the world global economy. You'll do fine.
I'm not simply asking the nation's governors to help implement our economic plan. I'm going to be interested in you helping to draft and shape
Yeah.
the economic plan. My attitude is that we're listening to the governors. And
I mean, I don't know what eventually happened. I think a bunch of rich people started buying houses again. Good houses though, and that's the problem. And they started holding those houses as investments, and then housing stabilized because of it. And the problem is that housing stabilization causes a massive housing shortage in the future. Good houses are really hard to find and really expensive in Los Angeles and everywhere. Good houses are expensive to find. We have a housing shortage, so that's what actually stabilized possibly. I don't know. And just people, I think just people thinking that realize it's not the end of the world anymore, you know. And the economy just came back pretty well. Yeah, I mean, but before the pandemic, under President Trump, the national debt is $22 trillion. So right now, you know what the national debt is. At the end of President Trump's presidency, 4 years after you leave, after your 8 years, in 12 years, the national debt is $22 trillion from some tax cuts, But even $22 trillion, not that bad. Guess what happens after President Biden is president? $15 trillion more debt. $37 trillion after President Biden. And it's not President Biden's fault. It's the virus. Because when the virus shuts down everything, the United States government starts borrowing money and then pumping money into the economy to keep everything going without the productivity. So all American productivity shuts down for at least a year, almost, American productivity completely shuts down because everybody can't even go to a restaurant. The restaurant industry is completely in trouble. And we had to do the PPE or something. And like a loan program to keep people employed doing nothing, basically. The U.S. government paid restaurant owners to keep their restaurants employed when there's nobody going to the restaurants. So they were basically employed doing absolutely nothing. So the U.S. government printed money to pay people to do absolutely nothing, and it created $15 trillion of debt and with no productivity. And yeah, we got some problem because of the virus. Anyway, remember this. If we all just took a flamethrower and set Alexis Ren's boyfriend on fire, none of this would have happened. Because the pandemic happened because of him after the pandemic happened. Alexis chose to date this man because of the pandemic, but the pandemic only happened because Alexis dated this man. So what choice did Alexis have? Right? Think about it real hard. Once the pandemic happened, Alexis lost all choice to date the devil. Because the devil caused the pandemic. Her boyfriend, the devil, caused the pandemic. But once the pandemic happened, what choice would she have to not date the devil? Because the moment she doesn't date the devil, she doesn't exist anymore. The pandemic never happens, and then... how the fuck will you fix this shit? Right, Mr. President? Think about it real hard for a second. The pandemic only happens because of Alexis Ren's satanic boyfriend, the devil. But after the pandemic happens, she meets the devil. But that's the thing, right? The pandemic already happened, so what choice did she have not to date the devil? Anyway.
The auto industry in the news today. The Associated Press reporting that today is the deadline.
Anyway.